Y'all ready to be history?
Get started.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
To the Pro Audio Suite.
These guys are professional. They're motivated.
Thanks to TriBooth, the best vocal booth for home or on-the-road voice recording. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. Introducing Robert Marshall from Source Elements and Someone Audio Post, Chicago. Darren Robbo Robertson from Voodoo Radio Imaging, Sydney. Tech to the VO Stars, George the Tech Whittam from LA. And me, Andrew Peters, voiceover talent and home studio guy.
Line up, learner!
Here we go.
Welcome to another Pro Audio Suite. Thanks to TriBooth, don't forget the new code, TRIPAP200. That's TRIPAP 200. That gives you $200 off using that code. And Austrian Audio, making passion heard. Now, Austrian Audio, of course, make fabulous mics. But speaking of mics, George came up with a wacky idea about audiobooks and what kind of mic you could use. Ended up talking about headsets.
So yeah, I've been thinking for a while that a headset mic would be really advantageous for people doing really long form voiceover. Well, I think for an obvious reason is that you want to be relaxed when you're reading an audiobook specifically. You want to just sit back in a chair and sit in a comfortable position and just read and not feel like a producer or a radio jock, which I think is the way a lot of people record audiobooks. They're at a console with a keyboard, big display. It's like they're flying an airplane or they're jockeying a radio show when they should be just reading an audiobook, I think.
You could get one of those little fireplaces that has the fake-looking fire.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Just don't turn the fan on, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you have a silent fake fireplace, you can have that, right? So that's why I'm thinking a headset mic. And I know headset mics can sound good. I know they will never equate a large diaphragm condenser in terms of overall amazing fidelity and low noise. But in the world of audiobooks, it's not quite as stringent. So you can get away with a lot more. And I'm saying I think you can get away with a headset mic easily.
That's funny because it seems like in the world of audiobooks, they really do a lot of fussing about level.
Yeah.
So the world of audiobooks is not so worried about quality as much as it is level.
I'm exactly minus 20 lux. What's the problem with this sound right now? I don't understand how the meters show the right numbers.
Exactly.
So the meters don't really matter that much.
I don't know, George. Can you tell me what is wrong with this sound at all? And if you'd like, you can unbuckle your seatbelt, by the
So
way.
that's Robert's headset microphone, which sounds like he turned the mid-sweep EQ all the way up, the high shelf all the way down, and the low shelf knobs all the way down.
Is that the Rodecaster earning its keep, Robert?
That is. I have just one mute button to switch, and I can use my awesome headset mic. I'm not even going to say the brand of this headset mic because I don't want to shame them, and it's not their fault. These mics are built for very specific purposes, and I think this one is built for someone in a loud environment like a trade show trying to get over the din and get their message heard, or a fitness class, or someone riding a motorcycle while voiceover radio. I don't know exactly, but this thing definitely is like, I'm going to make the human voice heard above
everything else.
Everything.
Yeah. So headset mics, just like any other mic, they are actually designed for certain uses. So they need to have their, they're going to have a certain EQ. Some are going to be pretty flat, and some are going to have a high lift or high shelf. Some are going to have a low cut or a really bad low cut. Depends on the mic.
When would you guys like to stop me ripping my ears
anytime.
But anytime you want. But I was going to ask, what about because I'm not big on live stuff, what about stage stuff, like Madonna and Pink and all those sort of performers who wear headset mics? Surely then...
There are some good microphones.
Yeah.
Sort of pseudo headset microphones. And I think if you start looking at the stuff even that Countryman makes and DPA and those super tiny like lavalier mics, some of them will sound actually pretty good. And I know a trick. If one of the reasons is that you're looking for just dead consistent mic placement, one of the tricks I've seen is you can take a lav, which is an Omni, and usually actually a pretty flat, in a sense, microphone. Not going to help you, not going to hurt you, but just going to be there and capture. And imagine you're wearing just a baseball cap, and you tape that lav hanging right over the baseball cap, so it's sort of right at nose level.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And now you've got a pretty high fidelity mic in a extremely consistent position.
Just don't sneeze.
And you can do very, very repeatable stuff.
Let me. Maybe I can play you something. Let me show you something.
Let me show you.
The more I talk, the more I'm driving myself crazy because I have this apparatus in my mouth and it's making it tough to talk. Anyway, this is, and I'm hoping that I have the right outputs configured and I have the right sends unmuted so you can hear it and you're not being looped. Take a listen to this microphone.
Welcome to Triumph's Ambassador Training Program. This is the beginning of your journey to become a certified peer mentor.
Okay.
It sounds like AI.
Yep.
Now listen to the same microphone.
Welcome to Triumph's Ambassador Training Program. This is the beginning of your journey to become a certified peer mentor.
So is that like some compression level push?
Same mic.
It's normalized or something.
So this is relevant, okay? So the microphone that's being used in this booth, and I couldn't even, I wasn't involved. Don't ask. She has a DPA 4060 miniature capsule mic, which is a lav, right? Just sort of taped to like an arm or something that's right at the right, kind of like right at her forehead level, maybe 6 inches away. And it's an Omni, right? It's an Omni mic. But that's it. That's all you were hearing there. And without processing, the noise floor of it was still quite usable because as capsules shrink.
Because there's less volume, so it's doing more amplification because there's less air movement for it to.
Crew capsule mics are higher noise than large diaphragm mics. That's just how it is. They can't beat physics.
But they're also more accurate.
But they can be more flat, right? Because the capsule's smaller. That's why, like measurement microphones are Omni, and they have a very small capsule, like a little tip, pencil tip, right? So, anyway, so this is a dead accurate mic. Let's just assume it is. It is. A DPA is about as accurate as you're going to get. And the raw audio sounded well.
I thought it sounded boring, to be perfect. It just didn't, because that's the Omni thing. It's like, it's just, it doesn't sound like focused and
but usable.
Yeah, it's usable. Absolutely, it's usable. But you'd want to smiley face EQ it or compress it or kind of.
And that's the thing to watch out with headset mics. Some are Omni, and some are cardioid usually, and the cardioid mics are generally used for live stage use. You're the drummer. You got a headset mic on. You do not want that mic picking up the drum bleed. That's what you want. But those don't sound very natural. And they can sound okay, but not as natural. An Omni mic, when placed close to the mouth, can sound more accurate, more natural, but maybe a little bit drab because there's no proximity effect. It's an Omni. So put back a little bit of that low, and the low end's there. It's not like it's high passed like your mic. Right, it's not like it's gone.
No, it's just not accentuated. It's like it needs the loudness button.
So when you add the loudness button, which is this processing.
Welcome to Triumph's Ambassador Training Program.
Now it sounds.
Which that sounds like a little bit of compression.
Yeah, it's the loudness button. It's everything.
Yeah,
it's compression and EQ and stuff. Yeah. So.
Well, the loudness button, I think, on your stereos.
I guess it is, huh? Yeah, it would have been back in the day.
It's the inverse of your hearing curve.
Yeah, so flat. So again, level match the flat one.
Welcome to Triumph's Ambassador Training Program.
And then the messed with.
Welcome to Triumph's Ambassador Training Program.
Loses some of the sparkle at the top end.
Absolutely. Yeah, the high pass was rolled off, or the high top end was rolled off. Yeah. So anyway, what was the point of that whole exercise? I'm just saying it can sound like dog shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or it can sound pretty damn good, and it all comes down to who made the mic, what was the mic designed for, how did you place the mic? Oh, I'm catching a theme here. It matters what mic you use and where you put it. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
So,
but I do think that you can achieve some situations where you get a really consistent mic placement with these smaller mics. You're not going to hang an OC818 on the bill of a hat. Maybe you will.
No, we're gonna do
maybe that's a new mic mount.
But no.
We can add that to the voiceover bodysuit.
Yeah, that's right.
A headset mic with practice, you can put it on very consistently, just like you put on a pair of glasses.
Yeah.
You just get used to where it goes.
Right.
But without practice, the mic can be pretty badly placed. So it does take practice to put it on correctly, to be consistent. But once you get it down, it would be dead. It's not just the consistency. I think it's the most voiceover friendly mic because you don't have to worry about where it's at. But you can't work the mic. You cannot do the proximity thing.
It's true.
So you give up control for that ease, for that convenience.
I can feel another invention coming on.
A proximity effect knob.
The voiceover helmet.
Oh, the voiceover helmet. Yeah, Mike would be in there already.
The voiceover helmet with the fixed place microphone with a tuba slide proximity effect
and built-in headphones.
Yep. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And it just plugs into an interface and you're off.
Holy cow. Well, I will give Rode props. If they ever decide to send us a headset mic for testing, we will test it. And if they do, they will include their, I think, only $10 XLR to mini jack adapter. And that lets you plug any of their miniature mics into a mixer or an interface.
Ah, okay.
It's a damn good deal for a little adapter. And that's what's cool about Rode. They make it easy. A lot of the companies, you have to buy a specific SKU that has the right one on it. And a lot of times the really good ones have no plug. You have to have somebody actually put the plug on. So it's a little bit more of a, there's more to it.
Yeah.
It's not plug and go. But Rode does have an XLR headset mic, and Audio-Technica I'm pretty sure does. And at the cheaper end, there's more of them. So
okay, I'll tell you the one I want to try. I want to try a Countryman B6.
They're one of the gold standard lav mics, for film and television.
Look at how tiny that thing is. It has a 1/10 of an inch diameter. And that's including the casing. That means the diaphragm's smaller than that.
I have a Countryman, one of the B series. I can't remember which one, and it's I
have one we use for ADR.
Terminated to an XLR power supply. So it just plugs right in. It's hardwired to the power supply, and boom, you go. Off you go. But I don't have it.
We have one just like that we use for ADR.
Yeah.
It's always the 416 and the Countryman, because we don't have whatever it is. There's I think there's some other like DPs and Sheps that they also like to ask for. But
all these mics are designed to pick up a very flat signal. So whoever makes it doesn't make that big of a difference. As long as it's clean. The output isn't minus. Yeah,
it's the noise floor and it's the very, very top end response. Yeah. So flat, and does it get up into the 18K at least?
Exactly. I don't think we answered a damn thing.
No,
that was a discussion.
We should actually we'll chase Rode and see if we can get one of the headset mics and give it a whirl, see what it sounds like.
Sounds fun.
Well, that was fun. Is it over?
The Pro Audio Suite, with thanks to Tribooth and Austrian Audio, recorded using Source Connect, edited by Andrew Peters and mixed by Voodoo Radio Imaging with tech support from George the Tech Whittam. Don't forget to subscribe to the show and join in the conversation on our Facebook group. To leave a comment, suggest a topic, or just say g'day, drop us a note at our website, theproaudiosuite.com.